Why do some people rise effortlessly building wealth, power, and influence while the majority remain trapped in a cycle of debt, exhaustion, and silent frustration? Why is it that a small percentage of people control most of the world's wealth, while the rest keep fighting over crumbs? This is not an accident. It's not luck. And it's definitely not fair. Niccolò Machiavelli, the master strategist of power, would tell you the truth. The rich don't play the same game as you. They play a different game entirely. One where the rules are invisible, and the players who understand human nature always win. Because wealth isn't about working harder. It isn't about having a higher IQ. It's about strategy, perception, and power. Machiavelli studied rulers, kings, and empires. He learned one timeless principle: power belongs to those who understand human behavior, and wealth always follows power. If you don't understand how the wealthy think, if you don't see how they position themselves and manipulate systems, you will remain stuck. This video is your wake-up call. We're going to uncover Machiavelli's secret principles for power and money, the hidden strategies used by rulers centuries ago that still control the modern economy today. By the end of this video, you'll see why you stay broke, why others get rich, and how to finally change the game. Part 1. The Silent War for Wealth. Machiavelli once said, "Men are driven by two forces, fear and desire. To control them, you must master both." This is the first secret of wealth. It's a silent war. And most people don't even know they're in it. The rich know something the average person doesn't. Money is not just currency. It's power. And power is never given, it's taken. Every day, silent battles are fought around you. Corporations compete for dominance. Governments manipulate economies. Influencers control your attention. Banks control your future. And while you're distracted, arguing over politics, watching Netflix, or scrolling endlessly on social media, decisions are being made that determine whether you'll stay broke or become free. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He warned rulers that the masses are predictable, driven by emotions, habits, and illusions. Those who control perception control wealth. Let me ask you, who decides what you buy, what you believe, and how you live? It isn't you. It's the powerful, much because they understand the game. The wealthy create systems that benefit them. Tax codes written to protect their fortunes. Investments that compound silently while you sleep. Influence networks where one phone call opens doors you'll never see. Meanwhile, the poor stay stuck trading time for money. The worst deal in history. Why? Because they believe hard work alone equals success. But Machiavelli would laugh at that idea. The one who waits loses. The one who moves first wins. The rich move before the world moves. They anticipate trends, position themselves early, and manipulate circumstances to make the game serve them. The broke react, the rich predict. And in a world where wealth moves silently, reaction is death. The first Machiavellian lesson is this: stop being a pawn. Start seeing the board. Part 2. The illusion that keeps you poor. Machiavelli once warned, "Men are so simple and so much creatures of habit, that he who deceives will always find someone who will let himself be deceived." This single sentence explains why most people stay broke forever. You've been taught to believe lies, illusions, carefully designed by the powerful to keep you obedient, distracted, and dependent. Look around you. You're told to get a good job, but never taught how to create jobs. You're told to save your money, while inflation silently robs you every single day. You're told to follow the rules, but the rich write the rules in their favor. You're told to study hard, but not how to own the game. This isn't an accident. The system wants you small. It wants you entertained, comfortable, and controlled. And the cruelest part? You're told to feel guilty for wanting more. But Machiavelli understood a brutal truth. If you want freedom, you must stop walking the road they built for you and create your own. Here's the real trap. You think working harder will set you free. It won't. The rich don't trade time for money, and they build leverage. They control assets, networks, attention, and information. They set up systems where their money works harder than they do. Meanwhile, most people spend hours scrolling instead of studying wealth. Spend more than they earn, chasing validation. Avoid risks while the wealthy buy opportunities. And while you're distracted, someone else is quietly collecting the profits of your inaction. Machiavelli teaches us this. He who controls perception controls reality. Right now, your perception is being engineered. Every ad you see, every headline you read, every trend you chase, someone is profitably shaping your choices. The question is, will you keep playing the role they've assigned you? Or will you step outside the illusion and take control? Part 3. Control is the currency of the rich. Machiavelli believed one unshakable truth. The one who controls wins. The one who depends loses. If you want to get rich, you must understand control. The rich are not rich because they work harder. They're rich because they control the systems that make other people work harder for them. Think about it. Banks control your debt. Corporations control your spending habits. Social media controls your attention. Governments control your opportunities. And yet most people believe they're free, when in reality they are trapped in invisible chains. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He advised rulers to never place their fate in the hands of others. Power comes from owning the resources everyone else depends on. The wealthy build structures, companies, investments, and influence networks that produce money while they sleep. They control assets, not just effort. Meanwhile, the broke remain locked in the time for money trap, trading hours for dollars, selling their energy, begging for raises. But here's the brutal truth. If someone controls your time, they control your life. If someone controls your income, they control your future. The rich buy control, the poor sell obedience. And until you reverse that equation, your freedom will remain an illusion. Part 4. The power of strategic deception. Machiavelli's most controversial teaching was this. Everyone sees what you appear to be, but few know what you truly are. To get rich, you must master the art of perception, because wealth is not only built by what you do, but by what people believe about you. The wealthy understand this game perfectly. They shape narratives to protect their power. They appear generous but move ruthlessly behind closed doors. They appear humble but command enormous influence. They appear ordinary but control extraordinary systems. This is strategic deception, not dishonesty but positioning. People trust those who look powerful, competent, and certain. They follow those who project authority. And here's the Machiavellian twist. Perception always comes before reality. If people believe you're powerful, opportunities arrive before you even prove yourself. This is why corporations spend billions on branding. Influencers manipulate audiences, and politicians master storytelling. The broke ignore this truth. They assume hard work speaks for itself. But in today's world, visibility beats ability. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Men are ruled more by the eye than the hand, because everyone can see but few can feel. If you want wealth, you must craft your image before your reality catches up. Control how people see you, and you control the doors that open for you. Because here's the ultimate secret. The rich don't just manage money, they manage attention. Part 5. Why the masses will always lose. This is the most uncomfortable part of Machiavelli's philosophy, but it's also the most important. He believed that most people are predictable. They are driven by fear, comfort, and distraction, which makes them easy to control. Look around. The masses consume endlessly while the rich own the platforms. The masses complain about unfairness while the rich design the rules. The masses wait for opportunities while the rich create them. This is why wealth keeps flowing upward. The rich build systems while everyone else feeds them. Machiavelli would tell you this: if you wish to rise above the crowd, you must stop thinking like the crowd. The problem is, most people are addicted to conformity. They follow the same scripts. Go to school, get a job, save for retirement, hope life turns out well. But the game has changed. The rules they gave you no longer work. In today's world, wealth flows to those who adapt, those who think independently, act strategically, and move before the crowd realizes what's happening. You cannot get rich by following the path they designed for you. That path exists to keep you controlled. The wealthy think differently. They don't ask, how can I earn more? They ask, how can I own more? And that's the difference. The poor fight for scraps. The rich own the table. If you want to escape the trap, you must stop being a player in someone else's system and start becoming the architect of your own. Part 6. The Ruthless Advantage of the Wealthy. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." This single principle separates the wealthy elite from the masses forever. The rich understand a brutal truth. The world does not reward fairness. It rewards power, and power belongs to those who are ruthless enough to take it. Now, ruthlessness does not mean cruelty. It means clarity. It means having the courage to make decisions others avoid, to take risks others fear, and to move forward when others hesitate. Think about it. While most people chase comfort, the rich chase control. While most people avoid risk, the rich manage risk and capitalize on chaos. While most people wait for permission, the rich create their own opportunities. Machiavelli advised rulers to play the long game. Wealth is not built in days or months. It's built over decades of strategic moves. The rich invest in assets that multiply, businesses that scale without them, properties that grow in value, stocks and systems that generate money even when they sleep. The poor, meanwhile, are trapped in survival mode, spending everything they earn, constantly reacting instead of positioning. Machiavelli teaches us this. Fortune favors those who seize control when others freeze in fear. The wealthy have learned to exploit uncertainty. During recessions, market crashes, or political instability while the masses panic, the rich quietly buy influence, acquire assets, and expand their power. And here's the shocking part. They're not playing the same game as you. They own the board. Part 7. The mindset shift that changes everything. Machiavelli believed that the mindset of power is what separates leaders from followers, the rich from the poor. This is the shift the masses never make. The broke think like victims. The rich think like strategists. Here's the difference. Victims believe life happens to them. Strategists believe life responds to them. Victims wait for chances. Strategists create leverage and force opportunities. Machiavelli warned rulers to never rely on hope. Hope is passive.
Hope is weakness.
If you want freedom, you must act with intent. The rich operate from a position of power, not permission. They study how systems work. They build networks of influence. They multiply their reach by using other people's time, money, and attention. Meanwhile, the poor stay stuck because they cling to a linear mindset. Work harder, save more, wait longer. But the game doesn't reward hard work anymore. It rewards strategy, leverage, and positioning. Machiavelli's philosophy is clear. The one who adapts fastest controls the future. The wealthy adapt before everyone else. They understand trends before they're obvious. They master technologies while others resist them. They predict change and place themselves in front of it. This mindset shift is the turning point. You must stop thinking like the masses and start thinking like the architects of wealth. Ending. The game has already started. Now you understand the truth. You know why you stay broke. You know how the rich get richer. You know the Machiavellian principles that control power, money, and influence. But here's the reality Machiavelli would whisper in your ear. Knowing the rules changes nothing, unless you act on them. Right now you stand at a crossroad. One path keeps you comfortable, predictable, safe, but broke, dependent and powerless. The other path forces you to think differently, to move strategically and to take control of your life. If you want to get rich, you must stop playing someone else's game and start designing your own. The system will not save you. The government will not save you. A paycheck will not save you. Only you can save you. Remember this. Money flows to those who understand power. Power flows to those who understand people. And influence belongs to those who see the board, when everyone else is just playing pieces. Machiavelli studied kings and empires, but his lessons are timeless. In today's world, the throne isn't inherited. It's taken. So ask yourself one question. Are you going to keep playing small? Or are you finally ready to play the real game? Because in the modern world, the rules are simple. Get rich or stay broke.